time we'll probably spend shirtless in the Florida sun, it wouldn't be surprising if they added some kind of tanning system. Yeah, we all expected GTA 6 to have better textures than 5. That's a given, but it's the tiny things that really blow my mind. Like this one. Someone noticed that on one of the cash registers, the number 9 is actually more worn out than the other digits. And that makes total sense. Most prices end in .99, so the 9 would be pressed way more often. That's such a crazy level of detail. The amount of animals in GTA 6 is actually wild compared to previous games. The trailer is packed with them. There's a raccoon digging through trash, an iguana chilling near Jason's house, tons of birds everywhere, and even a red python that might actually be Jason and Lucia's pet. There's also something that looks like a capybara, a Doberman, and then, yeah, whatever these are, the super jacked swan pool toys. Okay, those don't count, but still, the variety of animals already makes the world feel much richer than any GTA before. Now on the flip side, if you were expecting every single building to be enterable in GTA 6, yeah, that's probably not gonna happen, at least not based on what we saw in Trailer 2. I noticed a few spots using parallax interiors. Those are fake 3D illusions that make it look like there's depth behind windows, but it's really just a flat texture reacting to the camera angle. It's a trick we've seen in games before. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. We'll likely still get tons of real interiors to explore, but definitely not every building is going to be open. I originally wanted this video to focus strictly on the graphical side of things, but there were a few other details that caught my attention, and I just couldn't leave them out. So let's talk about them real quick. There's a quick shot in the trailer that looks straight out of Fast 5, a car speeding through the city while dragging a massive vault behind it. We've never really had anything like that in a GTA mission before. It might just be a scripted set piece, but what if it's more than that? Imagine if GTA 6 lets us actually tie things to vehicles using ropes or chains, not just for heists, but for creative problem solving, like ripping a door off a building instead of picking the lock, dragging an ATM machine out of a gas station, or even pulling another car out of the mud, maybe even something as wild as lassoing an NPC and dragging them like in Red Dead. There's also a moment where Lucia delivers a flying kick straight into someone's chest, and the whole setting looks like some kind of underground fight club. It's giving serious brawling minigame vibes, maybe even a full side activity. This wouldn't be totally new if you remember GTA 4, The Ballad of Gay Tony. That game had underground cage fighting too, but let's be honest, most people either forgot or never even played that DLC. If Rockstar brings that idea back with modern combat mechanics, better animations, and maybe even some kind of ranking or betting system, it could become one of the best side hustles in the game. Something that really stands out in Trailer 2 is how much social media seems to be woven into the world. You've got scenes where characters are filming themselves, others going viral, even what looks like live streams during chaos. It feels like your actions might not just catch the attention of the cops, but also the internet. That could open up a whole new system. Maybe the more you go viral, the more heat you attract, or maybe it affects your notoriety, unlocks, or mission paths. It's definitely something we've never seen in a GTA game before, and it fits perfectly with the modern-day setting. Another subtle but exciting detail, both Lucia and Jason are seen wearing what looks like iFruit branded AirPods. Lucia wears them in one of the official screenshots, and Jason's rocking a pair while bench pressing on the beach. This could finally mean we'll be able to listen to the radio outside of vehicles, similar to how it worked in Watch Dogs. Michael had earbuds in one of the GTA 5 missions too, but we couldn't actually use them in gameplay. It was just a one-time thing for that cutscene. Hopefully this time Rockstar goes all in. Being able to vibe to your favorite station while walking around Leonida would be such a vibe. In the final shot of the trailer, when Lucia and Jason are driving off in their red tulip against the sunset, take a close look at the passenger side door. It has a completely different color than the rest of the car. In Trailer 1, that same car had matching doors, so this might be a hint at something deeper. Could we be getting panel swapping or more detailed respray options? Maybe even damage-specific repairs, where you only fix or repaint certain parts instead of the whole car. Vehicle details in GTA 6 are on another level. Just look at the tire tread. In one shot, you've got this insanely detailed all-terrain pattern, and in another, a completely different off-road variant, and a hitch ornament attached. It's the kind of stuff that shows they're not just reusing same variants of vehicles anymore. And then there's the red Benz. With its oversized rims, it looks like you'll be able to donk out almost any car, maybe with Midnight Club level rim size options. But it's not just the cars that are evolving. Even the safe house Jason's staying in seems to change over time. One shot has a makeshift curtain, basically just a sheet, while another shows a proper window blind installed. Tools are rearranged, a paint roller leans against the wall, and there's even protective cardboard laid down on the floor near the door, something that wasn't there when Jason first enters the place. I just hope this isn't some scripted story progression and that we'll actually get to customize and upgrade our apartments the way we want. So what do you think? Did Rockstar actually cook this time? Is this level of improvement over GTA V enough to blow your mind, or is there something you still think they're missing? And if you spotted any tiny details I didn't cover today, drop them in the comments down below. And once again, if you haven't yet, make sure to check out Grand RP using the link in the description or the pinned comment down below. It's free to join and definitely worth a try. Animated beer bubble physics. No, I'm not kidding. That's literally the first thing I noticed when rewatching Trailer 2. In the scene with Jason asleep on the couch, you can actually see bubbles rising inside the opened beers on the table. And honestly, it's details like this that remind you why Rockstar's been working on this game for so long, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. And let's stick with that same scene for a second, because yeah, most people probably noticed that we've got a PS5 inside GTA VI before it even drops on PS5. But look closer. There are two controllers on the table, and what blew my mind is how the controller's light bar actually reflects through the beer bottle. That's not just good lighting, that's insane attention to material and transparency. I'm genuinely worried this game will be packed with hundreds of tiny details like this that most people will never even notice. Now jump to the scene where Jason is bench pressing at the beach gym and check out the weight plates. They actually rotate slightly as he lifts. Like, what? That's such a tiny throwaway detail, and it's wild that Rockstar thought of something that small. I mean, they could have easily locked the weights in place and nobody would have said a thing. But nope, they animated the slight spin. And once again, that's the kind of obsession with realism we're dealing with here. Another thing that really stood out to me is glasses, and I'm not talking about drinkware this time. I mean actual sunglasses and reading glasses. In previous GTA games, they were mostly just textures, no real reflections, just kinda dull and flat. But in Trailer 2, you can clearly see they've stepped it up. Look closely, and you'll notice what looks like real-time reflections bouncing off the lenses. If reflections like that are consistent across NPCs, cutscenes, and gameplay, then yeah, this is a serious leap forward. Same goes for car mirrors. We already saw a glimpse of this in Trailer 1. In one of the scenes, there was a clear reflection showing in the side mirror. But now, in Trailer 2, we get multiple scenes confirming it wasn't just a one-off. The reflections are there, they're sharp, and they're dynamic. So, finally, car mirrors are doing what they're supposed to do, reflecting the actual world behind you. It's the kind of thing that sounds basic, but in open-world games, it's pretty rare. Rockstar's clearly pushing the Rage engine further than ever. But since we've still got a long way until GTA VI drops, let me put you onto something you can play right now. Grand RP, today's sponsor. This server's been running strong for over 4 years, and that alone says a lot. They've proven themselves as one of the most reliable and feature-packed roleplay servers out there. Over the years, they've dropped a ton of unique systems you won't find anywhere else, and they keep things fresh with huge updates. The latest one adds new outfits on the auction, updated maps on BizWar, custom events, and they're already teasing a big summer update with a themed event and a brand new Battle Pass season. The registration process is super easy. You'll be in the game in just a few minutes. You can join completely free using the link in the description or the pinned comment. It's really worth it. The community is huge. You can join discussions, create your own stories, and enjoy the game together with other players or your friends. And if you're new, you'll get a bunch of bonuses to get started. Or if you've played before but haven't logged in a while, they'll hook you up with a free legendary BMW M5 just for coming back. Next up, liquid animation. When Jason's carrying that 6-pack of beer